In this class, I am going to explain the structure of a C program, which is the continuation of the last class, which is the continuation of the last class. In the last class, I have explained the structure of a C program, the structure of a C program in detail, in detail the sections, that is documentation section, that is documentation section, preprocessor section, documentation section, preprocessor section, definition section, global declaration section, main function, and user defined function. Out of these 6, in the last class I have explained the documentation section, preprocessor section, definition section, and global declaration also, some part. So this is the structure of a C program. This is the structure of a C program. So in the last class I have already explained to you the importance of C language. Before that, what is an assembly code, what is a machine code, what is a object code, and what is a source code. The code or the program written in any high level programming language to solve a problem with the help of the computer. That program is called as source program, and that code is called as source code. The source code is converted into machine code for execution by the language translator. The source code is converted into machine code for execution by the language translators called compiler. By the language translators called compiler. A compiler is one of the language translator. A compiler is one of the language translator. It converts a high level programming language into machine language. It converts a high level programming language into machine language. And after that, I have clearly explained the importance of C language. A C is a high level programming language. C is a high level programming language, and it also supports middle level and low level programming language features. And it also supports middle level and low level programming language features. And it is a general purpose procedural oriented programming language. It has many built-in functions. It has many built-in functions. It is a general purpose procedural oriented computer programming language to develop the applications, and it has so many built-in functions for developing the applications. And it was developed by a person called Dennis Ritchie. The C language was developed by the person called Dennis Ritchie in the year 1972. In the year 1972, at AT&T Bell Laboratories. at AT&T Bell Laboratories. AT&T stands Advanced Telephones and Telegraphs Bell Laboratories USA. AT&T stands Advanced Telephones and Telegraphs Bell Laboratories USA. Advanced Telephones and Telegraphs Bell Laboratories USA. In the year 1972, it is in, and it is the combining features of the C language is the combining features of BCPL and B language. BCPL and B language. BCPL stands Basic Combined Programming Language, and a B language, and the B language was developed by Ken Thompson. B language was developed by Ken Thompson. And the importance of C language are: it is a user friendly high level programming language, it is easy to learn by a programmer, it is easy to understand and easy to write code by a programmer, and it has so many built-in functions for developing the applications, and it supports low level and middle level programming language features also. Low level and middle level programming language features also. C programs are efficient and fast. C programs are efficient and fast, and it is a case sensitive programming language. It is a case sensitive programming language. Means it assumes the uppercase letters and lowercase letters or differs, and it is the mother of all languages, that is C, C++, that is C++ and Java, etc. It was developed to be used in Unix operating system also. Unix operating system also. And next, that is structure of a C program. A C program, to write a program in the C language, there is a structure. It means that for writing C programs, first of all, we have to know the structure of a C program. Then only we can write programs in a C language. Then only we can write a program in C language. So, number one is documentation section, preprocessor section, definition section. The total C program is divided into different sections. There are 6 different sections are there, that is documentation section, preprocessor section, definition section, global declaration section, main function, and user defined function. Out of these 6 sections, 1, 2, 3, that is documentation section, preprocessor section, definition section, I have explained the last class also very clear. The last class also very clear. So the first section is the documentation section. It includes the statements specified at the beginning of a program. The documentation section is written at the top of the program, and this documentation section is used to write the name of a program. For example, if you are writing a program to add numbers, so that the title of a program is adding of two numbers. So that is written on the top of the program by using this slash operator. by using slash operator. Here two slashes or slash star. We can use either two slashes or slash and star operators, either two slashes or slash and star operators to write this documentation section, to write the title in the documentation section. In the same way, we can write name of the author, that is name of the programmer, name of the programmer, and the date of the program. Like that, all details we can write under this documentation by placing this slashes. The text that is name of the program or name of the programmer or date of the program is to be written in between this slash star and star slash, or by two slashes, by placing two slashes, because this is called a non-executable statement, because whatever the text we enclosed in between this slash star and star slash is considered, the compiler is considered and assumes it as a non-executable statement. It has a non-executable state. So this is the first section, and the second one, next section, that is pre-processor section. That is pre-processor section. So name itself saying it is a pre-processor. Before compiling the actual program, the pre-processor directives are compiled first. Before compiling the actual program, the pre-processor directives are compiled first, because in any program we use some built-in functions like reading input from the standard input device, that is through the keyboard, and sending output to the standard output device, that is onto the monitor. In order to access this standard input and output devices, we need to include a header file called stdio.h. We need to include a header file called stdio.h. That is standard input output. H refers to indicates it is a header file. H indicates it is a header file. Like that, more than 50 header files are there in C programming language, having number of built-in functions for carrying various operations for different purposes. In order to use that built-in functions in our program, we need to include that directory at the top of the program, that is called preprocessor section. The directory that we need to include at the top of the program, that statement is called as preprocessor directive. It starts with hash symbol. It starts with hash symbol. It means that it is a preprocessor directive. It is a preprocessor directive. And include is a folder. The header files are available in a folder called include. The header files are available in a folder called include. It is available in TC and bin folder. It is available in TC and bin folder. Like that, there is another file conio.h, that is console input output operations. Console input output operations header file. Like that, so many files depending upon the requirement, we need to include that header files like math.h, string.h, etc. The next one, that is definition section. The definition section is used to define constants. The definition section is used to define constants. A constant is like a variable. It is nothing but a memory location. Variables and constants. About variables and constants in detail, we'll see in the second chapter. We'll discuss. We get understand in the next, that is second chapter. Here, as defined is used to define constants in the program. It means that we can store a value in the memory location that cannot be altered. That cannot be altered. It means it's a fixed. Once it is defined by using hash define at the top of the program above the main function, that is at the top of the program above the main function, then it is fixed. Then it is fixed. That is hash, for example, hash define a is equals to 2. Here I am storing a value, that is number. It is called as integer number 2 in a location. The location name is a, which is a constant. Which is a constant. It means once the value is stored, in the memory location, we cannot change the value again. We cannot change the value again. Global declaration section. The global declaration section comprises of all the global declarations in the program. So here we can declare variables above the main function also. We can declare the variables above the main function. It means that if you have created a variable above the main function, that variable can be accessible throughout the program. That variable can be accessible throughout the program. So these are the data types: float, int, char are the data types. And num, a, ch are the variables. Num, a, ch are the variables, and 2.54, 5 and z are the values into that variables. You will understand very clear about this variable declaration and global declaration section. Variable declaration and global declaration section in the coming classes, coming videos, coming classes and coming videos. In the next section, main function. Main function, it is the name itself is a main function. The total code is written inside the main function. Main is the first function to be executed by the computer. Main is the first function to be executed by the computer. It is necessary for a code to include the main. It is like any other function available in the C library. The main function is declared as main. The main function is declared as main. We can also use int or main with the main. Int or void with the main. The void main specifies that the program will not return any value. Here, in a simple words, a main, every C program must have one main function. This section contains two parts: declaration and execution part. Generally a main function, the execution starts from the main function. All the statements in a C program should be written inside a main function. All the statements in a C program should be written inside a main function. The compiler starts execution from the main function, from the main function, and the main function is divided into two blocks, two parts: declaration part and executable part. Declaration part and executable part. In the declaration part and executable part. In the declaration part, generally we declare the variables. Generally we declare the variables. It means if you are adding two numbers, the program is adding of two numbers. The program is adding of two numbers. Then here three memory locations are required. Three memory locations are required. For storing two numbers, two memory locations, and for storing the result, that is another memory location. That is for displaying output. So it requires three memory location and two locations A comma B. For example, we say the location names are A comma B comma C. We have to read the values through the keyboard into A and B, and the process is C is equals to A plus B, and the output, that is C. So here first top of the program, that is the main function. Inside the main function, the first part is declaration part. Inside the main function, the first part is declaration part. In the declaration part, we'll declare the variables. So inside this example, see this one, the variable that is declared inside a given function, the variable declared the variable that is declared inside a given function or block refers to as local declaration. So here, that is global declaration is also to declare variables that is above the main function. That is above the main function. The global declaration part is also to declare variables that is above the main function. And in the main function, the first statement, generally we declare the variables, that is called local declarations. That is called local declaration. It means that the variables which are declared above the main function can be accessible throughout the program, and the variables which are declared inside main function can be accessible only within that main function. Within that main function. And the next one is executable part. Here in this example, int I have mentioned int with bold. It means that it is a data type. It means that it is a data type, and I is the name of the variable, and I is the name of the variable. I is the name of the variable, and I is equals to 2. Here in the variable I am storing a value, that is number 2, and I plus plus, that plus plus is an operator. It's an operator. So everything we will get understand, that is data type, variable declaration, and operators in the next coming videos, that is in the second chapter. Here we have to know only, that is the main function is again is having two parts, declaration part and executable part. And a main function, the return type is either int or void, int or void. Generally we write the main function as void. Main means it will not return any value. Generally we mention main as void type. So void type means it does not return any value, it does not return any value. And int means it returns an integer value, it returns an integer value. And next one is the structure of a program. The next one is user defined functions. User defined function, global declaration completed. Main function, I have explained about the main function, that one is also completed. The next one is user defined functions. User defined functions. What is this user defined function? Main function is a predefined function given in the programming language, that is C programming language. It is a predefined provided in the programming language. Just we have to write all other statements inside the main function. Like main function, there are some other predefined functions for different purposes. For different purposes, that is printf or scanf, printf or scanf. Apart from this predefined function, a programmer or a user can develop, a programmer or a user can develop his own functions for carrying specific task, specific work. This is called user defined function. Generally, a function is a collection of statements to perform a predefined task. A function is a collection of statements to perform a predefined task. A function is a collection of statements to perform a predefined task. Here the user defined function is also void type, and we can specify its return type also. We can specify its return type, void type, and we can specify its return type, either void, or if it is returning an integer value, we can mention the type of return is integer, the type of return is character, the type of return is float. You will get very clear about this user defined functions in the fourth chapter in our subject. So this is the structure of a C program. The total 6 sections are there: documentation section, pre-processor section, definition section, global declaration section, main function, and user defined function. Then different stages in converting the C program source code into executable code. Here the process of creating and running a program, the process of creating and running a program, the different stages in converting the C program source code into executable code is there are four stages. There are four steps, four stages. Writing and editing the program. It is nothing but writing the program. Writing and editing the program is nothing but writing the program. And next one, compiling the program. Compiling the program. The next one, linking the program. And the last step is executing the program. Executing the program. So here, writing and editing the program. Writing and editing the program. Process of creating and running the program includes writing the program, that is creating a program or writing the program, compiling the program, linking the program, and executing the program. A program contains a set of instructions which was written in a programming language. The programmer's job is to write and test the program. The four steps to convert a C program into machine language are and writing and editing the program, compiling the program, linking the program, and executing the program. So here, creating a program, the programmer writes a program for a specific task. The programmer writes a program for a specific task. This is called source code by using editor. This is called source code by using editor. It is also called as source file. The programmer who is developing the program, he has to write that program in an editor. In a editor, it is called as source file or source code. After writing the program, the file is saved on the hard disk. The file is saved to disk with the extension .c. With the extension, it means, for example, if you are developing a program that is addition of two numbers, it means that addition of two numbers, it means that the program generally I save with a name called file name, that is sum .c or add.c. Here the sum or add are the file names, and the .c is the extension, that is, it tells it is a C file. The .c tells it is a C file. It is a C program file. And also it is called as source file. It is also called as source file. That is the first step. Creating a program is the first step. In that creating a program, that process, we write the code, that is source code, in a text editor and saving that code with the related file name plus and adding .c as extension .c as extension to that file. This is nothing but creating a file. This is the first step. And second step, that is compiling the program. that is compiling the program. Here the simple program, just observe the simple program, hash include stdio.h. In that the code is void main printf hello how are you, printf hello how are you. So here hash include stdio.h is the preprocessor directive. It is the preprocessor directive, and the main is a function, and it is a predefined function, and the main is here I am specifying as void. It means that it does not return any value. It does not return any value. It does not return any value. So in that one I have mentioned function, a predefined function, that is printf hello how are you. That is printf hello how are you. It means that when you execute this program, the output of this program is on the output device, standard output device, that is on the monitor. It displays a text. It displays a text that is hello how are you. That is hello how are you. Whatever we enclosed in between this double quotes, whatever we enclosed in between this double quotes of this printf function, double quotes of this printf function, the text will be displayed on the monitor. The text will be displayed on the monitor as it is. This is called source code. This file is saved with .c extension. The name of the file I have given here, that is test.c. The name of the file is test and the .c is the extension. And these two slashes are, that is a documentation section. Means it is a non-executable statement. It is showing the name of the file at the top of the program. The total program is called source file or source code. The test.c is called as source file. The test.c is called as source file. After writing this, we have to compile the source code. We have to compile the source code. So at this stage, the source code is converted it into object code by the compiler for execution. So here this program in general we write in the TC editor. TC editor. Generally this program we write in the TC editor. See here, creating a source code. A source code is a file with C programming instructions in a high level language. To create source code, we use any text editor, Turbo C editor, to write the program instruction. The instructions written in the source code must follow the C programming language rules. To create source code, we use any text editor, that is Turbo C editor. To write the program instructions, the instructions written in the C, the source code must follow the C programming language rules. Must follow the C programming language rules. The following steps are used to create source code file in Windows operating system. So here, after writing the source code, after writing the source code, that is .c file, that is .c file. After writing the source code, that is .c file. That file should be compiled. That is the next stage. At this stage, the source code is converted into object code by the compiler for execution. At this stage, the source code is converted into object code. At this stage, the source code is converted into object code by the compiler for execution. In this stage, the object file is created. For example, test.obj. Test.obj. The compilation is the process of converting high-level language instructions into low-level language instructions. We use the shortcut key Alt plus F9 to compile a C program in Turbo. The compilation is the process of converting high-level language instructions into low-level language instructions. Whenever we press Alt plus F9, the source file is going to be submitted to the computer. This is compilation. The next stage is linking. Link section and linking this one. At this stage, the code in the object file is linked with its libraries for execution, and executable file is created. For example, the file name .exe, test.exe. The test.exe. In the next video, I will show you one program, that is how to open this editor and how to type the program and how to run the program. How to run the program. In this video, I have explained to you the structure of a C program, and in that main function, that is global declaration and main function and user defined functions. What is the main function and what is the user defined function in detail, and what is a global declaration and what is a local declaration, and what are user defined functions and predefined functions. The next one, I have explained to you a simple program, that is hello how are you, how to write that simple program hello how are you, and I have explained to you the different stages of executing or converting a C program. The different stages of executing or converting a C program. In that, there are 4 steps: creation, compilation, linking and execution. Creation, compilation, linking and execution. These are the 4 steps. Creation, compilation, execution and linking are the 4 steps. And how to create a file, what is a editor and what is the source file also I have explained. In the next video, I will explain once again all these concepts, and I will show you one program by writing the code in the editor and compiling and executing the program. Okay, thank you.